And I believe intentionally working on your leadership growth, personal, in entrepreneurship, in corporate, it is about also being intentional on having these relationships, building these relationships, nurturing these relationships. It's also about deciding, because we all have the same time. We all have 24 hours in a day. It's also deciding where to prioritize. And sometimes we don't because we feel too loyal to leave some organizations or communities behind while they're no longer serving us. Does that sound familiar, Melissa?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. It feels familiar, and I've seen it. So many other people do this. And I think some of us get to a certain point in our career, and when things don't align, when you don't have that sort of personal flywheel moving, you're not getting excited every day. It's not really filling your cup, if you will. We decide to make a change. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's a change within your own role, within your own company, because you don't have that opportunity to go somewhere else. But a lot of times it's saying, I want to do something different. It might be something in your volunteer work or in your personal life, in your free time outside of corporate too. But I think it's so important for all of us, especially women in this busy world that we live in, to have something in your life that really fulfills you and that you
Mm.
can name. So it's that you honestly, when someone says, what fills your cup? I
Yeah.
love being of service. I love supporting other women. I love doing mentoring. I love doing volunteer work. All that just continues to fill my cup. And I think I like to surround myself with other people and that are also on a mission driven path as well.
Yeah. And when you mix then your community and network building with purpose, I'm on my mobile because I'm on my Audible. I am in the process of listening to a book. It's called The Art of Gathering. And
Oh,
I don't know who, but an amazing woman I was talking to recently, if I will find it, I will give credits to her, advised me to read this book. It's by Priya Parker and The Art of Gathering. I'm not that far, but it is about also giving a purpose to your gathering. Even if it's like a lunch meeting with a colleague or a lunch meeting with an ex colleague, just be clear about what you would like to have as an outcome of that meeting. And you can do that for yourself, but you can also share that with the person or the people that you are meeting with and say, this is like the purpose of our meeting.
and
And then basically you are already setting some expectations, but you're also already framing some things in that conversation that makes it easier for you also to ask for support, to ask for sponsorship, to ask for introductions, things like that. So you can set that up also with a purpose,
you don't have
right?
to be afraid to ask. And that's also how a lot of women get sponsorship, by being clear and not being afraid to take that risk and ask for it. Another great book on kind of the sponsorship topic is by Jamie Tynan, called Inclusive Sponsorship. And that talks about it from both sides, from being sponsored as well as sponsoring women and other
Mm,
underserved communities. I think it's another great book. Inclusive
mm.
Sponsorship is the name. If listeners would be interested in that as a topic, I think for us to be real clear on what we want and what we need and be able to make that ask. I know for years I was just too hesitant to do that, to say, would you give me a reference? Would you do this?